हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम देखेंगे वाल्वुलर हार्ट डिजीज़ इन दैट स्टेनोसिस एंड रिगर्जिटेशन ऑफ ए ट्राइकस्पिड वाल्व। इससे पहले हमने वीडियो में देखा था स्टेनोसिस एंड रिगर्जिटेशन ऑफ ए माइट्रल वाल्व एंड एओर्टिक वाल्व। वीडियो स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं कहना चाहूँगी, अगर आपको मेरा ये वीडियो पसंद आए तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। अब हम स्टार्ट करेंगे स्टेनोसिस एंड रिगर्जिटेशन ऑफ ए ट्राइकस्पिड वाल्व। नाउ as we can see in a figure, four valves are there: pulmonic semilunar valve, aortic semilunar valve, then bicuspid valve and tricuspid valve. Okay, tricuspid valve is between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Today we are learn about the tricuspid stenosis and tricuspid regurgitation. Now, what is stenosis and regurgitation? Stenosis: valve does not open all the way, not enough blood passes through it. Then regurgitation means valve does not close all the way, so blood leaks backwards into the chamber. Now, stenosis, it means the valve opening is narrow, the valve leaflets may be confused or thickened, that the valve cannot open freely. It obstructs the normal flow of a blood. Effects includes the chamber behind the stenotic valve is subject to greater stress. It must generate more pressure or work hard to force blood through the narrowed opening. Initially, the compensates for the additional workload is there. Then, after gradual hypertrophy and dilation of the myocardium, it leads to the heart failure. Now, regurgitation includes weakening of the supporting structures of a valve, leads to incomplete closure of the valve. It results to leakage or backflow of a blood from the previous chamber. Effects includes it causes a heart to pump the same blood twice as the blood comes back into the chamber. Then dilation and hypertrophy. Eventually, it leads to the heart failure. Now, causes of valvular heart disease includes the congenital heart disease, rheumatic heart disease, heart attack, then weakening of supporting structures of the heart, then weakening of the heart muscles, then infections, that is the bacterial endocarditis. Now we learn regarding the tricuspid stenosis. Definition of a tricuspid stenosis includes it is a narrowing of the tricuspid valve resulting in obstructed blood flow from the right atrium to the right ventricle. It is extremely uncommon condition and it occurs very rarely. Now, causes of a tricuspid stenosis includes narrowing or stenosis of the valve make it difficult for a blood to flow across this narrowed opening. Stenosis of a tricuspid valve is a rare condition. It can occur as the result of a defect present at a birth, that is congenital defect, rheumatic heart disease and carcinoid disease, right atrial tumors, pericarditis, systemic lupus erythematosus, then aging and calcium deposits in the valve. Okay, all these causes leads to the tricuspid stenosis. Now, clinical manifestations includes the only symptoms of a severe tricuspid stenosis are fluttering discomfort in the neck, fatigue and cold skin due to the low cardiac output, and right upper quadrant abdominal discomfort due to an enlarged liver, then fatigue, hypotension, mid-diastolic murmur, best heard at a lower left or right sternal edge. Now, pathophysiology of a tricuspid stenosis includes due to any etiological factors, narrowing of a tricuspid valve is there, then obstruction of a blood flow from a right atrium to right ventricles at one side. Due to obstruction of a blood flow from right atrium to right ventricle, blood accumulates in a systemic circulation. Due to that, it increases the systemic pressure in a patient's body. And at other sides, due to obstruction of a blood flow from right atrium to right ventricle, it decreases the right ventricle's output. Due to that, decreased left ventricle's filling, and due to that, decreased cardiac output, and it decreases the tissue perfusion in a patient's body. Now, diagnostic evaluation includes the history taking and physical examination of a patient, then ECG, echocardiogram, chest X-ray, CT scan and MRI. Now, management includes treatment is dependent upon the severity of condition. tricuspid valve stenosis by itself does not typically require treatment. Treating the underlying cause and symptoms is often effective. Now, medication. There is no medicine that can correct tricuspid valve stenosis. Certain medicines may be prescribed to ease the workload of the heart and regulate the rhythm. For all symptomatic patients, treatment should include a low-salt diet, diuretics and aldosterone antagonist. However, since people who have this condition are at increased risk for a heart infection, physician may prescribe precautionary antibiotics. Then precautionary antibiotics are taken to prevent bacterial endocarditis when procedures such as dental surgery are necessary. Now, surgical management includes the repair of a tricuspid valve, then tricuspid valve replacement surgery. Now, tricuspid regurgitation. Definition of a tricuspid regurgitation. It occurs when the tricuspid valve fails to completely close during ventricular systole and some blood flows backward into the right atrium, as shown in a figure. Now, causes includes primary causes are rheumatic heart disease, endocarditis, particularly in injection drugs users, then absence congenital anomaly. Then secondary causes includes right ventricular dilation due to chronic left heart failure, then right ventricular infraction, then pulmonary hypertension. All these causes leads to tricuspid regurgitation. Now, symptoms includes irregular heart rhythm, that is atrial fibrillation, then easily tired, that is fatigue, a fluttering discomfort in the neck, then weakness, difficulty in breathing, shortness of breath, especially on exertion. Then other symptoms includes general swelling, swelling of the abdomen, swelling of the feet and ankles, then active pulsing in the neck veins, then palpitations or racing heart, then weight loss, then loss of appetite, then heart failure. Now, pathophysiology of a tricuspid regurgitation includes due to any etiological factors, incomplete closure of a tricuspid valve, then it backflow of a blood to right atrium occur, then decreased right ventricular output, due to that decreased blood flow towards the lungs, and due to that decreased cardiac output is arised, and due to that decreased the tissue perfusion in a patient's body may arise. Now, diagnostic evaluation includes the history taking and physical examination, ECG, echocardiogram, chest X-ray, CT scan and MRI. Now, management includes some patients are able to live years with a tricuspid regurgitation, requiring treatment only in the event of complications due to conditions resistant to medical therapy such as severe heart failure, arrhythmias, pulmonary emboli, repeated blood infections from endocarditis and pulmonary hypertension. Then surgical treatment includes the tricuspid valve repair and tricuspid valve replacement सर्जरी। थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स। अगर आपको मेरा ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो प्लीज़ इसे शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। अगर आपको इसके बारे में कोई कमेंट्स है तो प्लीज़ कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट करें।